Alrighty, this is the evidence showing you the ongoing progression of stalkers using commercial airline planes. This is the U.S. military. This is the obsession. This is the mental illness, and the ongoing component, which are the demon-possessed people of the state, the domestic terrorists that are going to be subject to lockdown, that is martial law. All right, they are inside of the OVITT Family Community Library. This is criminal presence in the path. They're monitoring systematically. They're doing so with regard to knowledge. Their knowledge is not proven while psychopaths engage in what is, if I act like I'm ignorant about you, if I don't look at you, if I don't know you, if I'm inside of a building and I don't address you, if I've never seen you before, then I'm not stalking you. That is not logical. This is not the entity that's engaging in anything that they have to admit to, and that's not how prosecution for criminal activity operates either. The entity's gang stalking and their knowledge of me, the evidence of them targeting me is the U.S. military following me in commercial planes from up in California to the side of the Family Community Library, where one airport, the Ontario International Airport, does not maintain any takeoffs or landings that are going to occur in Upland, that are going to occur across the ARCO parking lot, and that are also going to occur over the OVITT Family Community Library, where the entity with the people of the states. And this is the entity that's going to be subject to martial law. This is the P.O.C. This is what filled the Upland Public Library all day long with the demons that they give birth to. Pay attention to their shadows. This is the corrupt population that's going to be subject to martial law. They hold hands in their gang stalking in doing so. They're both together stalking another person. The demon possessed are not actually in love. They're not actually engaged in the institution created by God, which is marriage, for the godly purpose, glorifying the one who created it. They're literally engaging in what is a cloaking of criminal activity, which is Satan's system regarding the pattern of conduct. And the U.S. military tells on the people of the state in the same way that the people of the state stalking in the path in this environment, which is irreconcilable with nature. This is where they're holding hands and, oh, I'm so in love and I'm not so. None of that is evidence that you're not stalking. The mentally ill are engaging in the pattern of conduct, which is psychopathic and it's highly malicious, while they engage in systematic murder using that very image. Clutching hands and holding hands and I'm not focused on you. They're sharing in the criminal conspiracy to murder an American citizen that they are stalking with the government that just flew over. And this is, by the way, where the entity is stalking by helicopter, as I documented for about an hour yesterday, while I am very much under surveillance right now. And they are sharing in that pattern of conduct. They are the mentally ill, they are the demon-possessed, and they are doing so as an entity. The city of Ontario is losing all funding, which you are aware of includes the senior center, the library, the city council, the city hall, the airport, the police, fire, and ambulance services are all serving surveillance. All right, that's P.O.C. Here's my shadow over here on the floor over there at the distance. Here's my shadow right here, upright on the wall. All right, here's my shadow right here behind me on the floor. These demons are stalking, okay? And the entities engaging in what is unintelligent means of distracting you, as though holding hands means, oh, they're not stalking. That this is literally what they rely on, the appearance of the thing. And the appearance is demons. Looking to the left and the right, under the fake sun and the side of the Upland Public Library all day long. So what was over the Civic Center where they're stalking right now? These are the demons that are engaged in vagina monitoring on behalf of the entity that's obsessed with me, and they intend to engage in what is quote-unquote retaliation by monitoring my vagina. I'm referring to Landival's partners who are going to aid in what is prosecuting him because he's going to prison. That's what Upland Police did. They monitored my vagina as a means of what is an act of hostility, just like the petty homosexuals that are stalking me in commercial planes, spending all their money on stalking me, expending all their energy on stalking me, all right, wasting all their time. They should be making funeral arrangements. They've got incurable STDs. They are going to be removed from the positions that they hold for terrorism. They're going to prison, and they're spending their last moments stalking me. Okay, this is the pattern of conduct. It is currently 8:21 p.m. This is the evidence showing the city of Ontario and the city of Upland, the Ontario International Airport, the U.S. military stalking me from Upland, California, from the same airport, 2 terminals. What is flying over in Upland? What is flying over the ARCO parking lot? What is flying over the senior center? Because none of them are takeoffs or landings coming to or from that airport. This is the entity that is clearly stalking, and they're highly unintelligent. They are inherently inferior. They are the demon-possessed. And this is the prosecution for treason in the U.S. P.O.C.